With the continuation of Season 4 Part 2, Young Justice has solidified itself as one of the greatest animated superhero shows ever, at least in my opinion. It has accomplished the art of laughter and maturity, providing a perfect blend for all age groups, teens and adults specifically. Hello and welcome back to our channel. I am your host Star, and let's get into the maturity of Young Justice, specifically through Garfield. Even with good shows, it does come with its problems, and Season 4 is not perfect, and maybe I'll give my opinions on it as a whole on a later date. However, what I do see being done right is the coverage of mature topics. Now, I'll specifically talk about Season 4 Part 2 up into Episode 16, but I also will be mentioning just Season 4 as a whole, so if you're not caught up, then spoilers ahead. An interesting realization of how Young Justice tells their stories make for a far better viewing experience than most superhero media. Telling the stories of teen sidekick heroes who have created a name for themselves years later makes it a lot harder to watch the show when those said heroes who have struggled to create their lives for themselves get taken away. YJ has never tried to cookie cut the life of a hero and has shown that these impressionable kids could easily go through hardships so young and so early in their careers. First example of this is Season 1 Episode 16 Failsafe, and then Season 1 Episode 17 Disorder, the episode that followed right after it. If you ask anyone what the greatest episode in Young Justice are, Failsafe would 90% always be brought up. This has also been dubbed when Young Justice has went dark. And with the recent episode of Season 4, Young Justice has just expanded on their ability to show hardships within young characters now through Beast Boy. To be honest, I found it odd that they were giving Beast Boy depression or just how far they were taking it. However, Beast Boy is one of the fewest characters that has lost so many people closest to him, and the transition from a bright and funny kid in Season 1 to a heartbroken one in Season 4 depicts that even the brightest can fall into darkness. As someone who has suffered from depression, seeing how mainstream media depicts mental health as an aesthetic with lack of maturity is frustrating to see. But an animated superhero show managed to depict it so well. I don't want to say it's the best because there could be better portrayals I don't know about. However, the slow and gradual progression of your sadness to distancing yourself from others to completely cutting them out to the constant confirmation that you are fine and don't need help to those concerned and more are easily identifiable actions to see if someone is depressed and in desperate need of help before it gets any worse. Garfield's action portray exactly that ever since his departure from Mars. And the fact that he has never processed and mourned properly over his loved one's death, which the show depicts through Garfield and Aqualad, shows his descent and change of character. Where Aqualad and Garfield differ is Aqualad jumped right back into his work, believing that he's better off when actually helping others and doing said work to keep him busy from resting and processing. And Garfield is instead abandoning any of his priorities because he just gave up. To make it all worse, even those closest to him, and can I say I really like the inclusion of Robot Man aka Cliff, could not get through him and the wall he built. I see comments on YouTube of people getting frustrated with his arc and want to see some change and want it to be sped up, especially since we are already on episode 16, at least by the time of writing this video. But anyone with depression can tell you that it doesn't go away easily. It definitely depends on the person, but people can be depressed for weeks, months, or years until they heal and move past it. Or some have it for years and can never lose it. This arc represents the longevity of a depressive state. Garfield's depression is not the only mature outlook that Young Justice has this season. Unlike other mature and dark superhero media that uses violence and gore for shock value, YJ uses mental health, the struggle of identity, the betrayal of friends and family, and more to keep their audience engaged and interested. Let's be real here. The Young Justice from now is so different from the Young Justice from years ago when it was still on Cartoon Network. Where those seasons revolved around the story and the characterization second, Young Justice now prioritizes characters first in order to tell good and maybe even great stories. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. It's short, but it's something I wanted to talk about after Young Justice came back. I wrote this before episode 17 came out, so who knows what will happen with his story. I am interested to see the conference he'll have with Black Canary. I really liked Season 1's episode when the team all went through their session with Canary, and hope his session can kind of mirror theirs, but also provide something new. I do think Garfield will get better or at least start to heal by the end of the season, especially when it's revealed maybe through Zatanna that Connor is still alive. though his struggle of losing those closest to him is not just about Connor. The Aqualad arc is happening at the same time as the Zatanna one, so we will just have to wait and see what the Nightwing or maybe even the Rocket arc provide us. On another note about that, Rocket is in the theme song, so I do think she'll be getting her own arc this season, like the rest of the season 1 cast who are also in the theme song. I wonder what they'll do with her since she was just barely shown throughout the entirety of the series. Regardless, if they ever use her again, I absolutely would love to see it because I absolutely love Rocket in the comics. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to start the discussion in the comments below. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please support the video if you liked it. Subscribe, like, and comment. Jen and I will see you in the next video. Remember, stay a kid at heart. Peace.